Thank you for coming. My name is Shelley and I'm glad to see you. Thank you for coming and joining me on this Yin Yoga practice. And Yin's a practice for everybody and every body. If you're feeling a little stiff, if you do a lot of sitting, if you're someone who's very active, Yin is a wonderful place to be. We honor the stillness in Yin. It's a yoga of the joints, where we stay in postures. Each pose is like a chance to cultivate a little bit of patience, a little bit of presence in your body, as we put a little bit of balance and a little bit of stress on the joints. So it should never feel in pain. You should always just feel a sensation. It should never hurt. So if you're feeling that something's uncomfortable, please make modifications to modify for your body. You want to make sure you're taking care of yourself and looking after yourself. So in tonight's practice, pardon me, as we move through this practice, I want you to develop that stillness. Let it envelop you, or like wrap you up like a blanket. And trust that each moment spent in this stillness is a gift to yourself. A moment to recharge and reconnect. Allow your heart to be open, your mind to be quiet. Just let yourself soar, your spirit soar gently into each pose, kind of poetic. And together, let's create a space as a community of yogis, relaxation and some ease. Nurturing yourself into this Yin pose and this Yin practice. So come on, let's join me on the mat. And we're going to come on to our backs. So bringing yourself into a reclined position. I'd like you to reach for your arms to the top corners of the mat and reach your feet to the bottom corners of the mat and stretch, maybe your biggest stretch of the day. And I'll see you in a moment. So as you take this really big stretch, I want you to just allow each breath to guide you through the postures tonight. Allow yourself to feel nice and long. Roll the wrists and roll the ankles. Take a really big stretch and then roll the wrists and the ankles the other direction. Open and close your fingers. Spread your toes. With a big breath in through the nose, stretch, reach as deeply as you like. And as you exhale, sweep your arms down. Maybe they hover, maybe they're on the mat or the floor, like a snow angel. Bring the back of your hands, the back of your forearms on the floor. Feel free to bend the knees if you wish. Shimmy your glutes to a little bit more comfortable position. And if you're happier with the legs long, just leave them long. If you'd like to bend the knees, feel free to. We're just going to come into our breath before we come into our first posture. So allow the hands to rest comfortably. And maybe you feel the coolness of the floor. Let your hips feel heavy and your belly soft. Feel free to close your eyes or keep them open. Swallow, feel the front and back of your throat, your gateway to air. Take a moment to notice the points of contact with the mat. And allow yourself just to rest. Feel free to bring a blanket under your head if you wish, or a pillow. And as you settle into your space tonight, I invite you to just watch, observe the rhythm of your breath, the gentle rhythm of your breath. So as you soften the features of your face, your mouth, your lips, your jaw, gently close your eyes and very deeply take a big breath in. Gently sigh out the mouth, let it go. Take a deep breath in through the nose, fill up the heart space in the belly, filling up your lungs, and then exhale out the mouth audibly. Let the day go. One more big breath in. Take another sip of air and feel yourself filling up your lungs with air. And then sigh gently out the mouth. Let it go. Soften the mouth, the lips, and the jaw. And as you exhale, I want you to imagine the weight has left. You feel ever so light. Soft and sweet, gentle breaths, letting everything go. Now in yoga, we breathe in through the nose and breathe out through the nose. So as you take your breath, allowing yourself to feel those inhales, the heart space expand, the space between your shoulder blades expand, and your belly expand. And as you exhale, feel the navel pull to spine, ease through the chest, warm air exits your nose. Take a few more intentional breaths just like that. Noticing the pause between the breath. Just observe without judging, just observe. Nice and easy, feeling your body sink into the mat, letting go of any tension, letting go of the day. That for the next time that we are together, that all we are doing is focusing on our breath, allowing ourselves to be present on the mat. Notice the space behind the eyes, the gentleness and ease. And as we gently extend the legs, take them to the two corners of the mat if your knees are bent. Once again, sweep the arms up, take a really big stretch. Big breath in through the nose and softly exhale through the nose. Let your body soften as you rest in a pentacle shape, so big X. We're going to come into Banasana, banana shape pose. So from here with this X shape, you're going to pick your left leg up and bring it over the right. So the left ankle is over the right ankle. Left knee is over the right knee. Your left thigh is on top of your right, and you're hooking your feet. So the left foot hooks to the right, like the big toes are just meeting, but the baby toes are hooking. Your right arm is past the top right corner, and maybe your left arm comes over towards the right hand. Palm faces up the sky. You're gazing upward to the ceiling, up to the sky. And maybe your right hand reaches for the left wrist, maybe the left forearm or the left elbow. Choose the option that feels good to you, and maybe your hands just palms are facing up the sky. And you're gently arcing your body towards the right side, feeling both glutes. Your glutes are firmly on the mat. Both shoulder blades are firmly on the mat, and your gaze is upward. Feel your body arcing towards the left, and you notice the space on the left side waist, the ribs, the back line of the body, and the front. So as you gently close your eyes, envision the shape that you're creating. Think of a banana or a croissant as you allow your body to arc to the side. Soften the mouth, the lips, and your jaw. And just allow yourself to rest in this shape, deepening if you wish, and just taking your time to breathe. You mind your breath, and I will mind the time. Remember, this is your time to simply be. Let the outside world fade away. And just allow yourself to immerse in your breath, that sanctuary of your own presence. Allow your heart to open and your mind to be quiet. And just allow yourself to deepen with each breath. Notice the inhales. Notice your exhales. Take one last long cycle of breath. And then we'll gently, slowly come out the way we came in. If your head is dropped, bring your gaze back up to sky. If you're holding on to the wrist of the left hand, gently release. And let the left arm drift to the top left corner. Gently unhook the left foot, bend the knee, sole of the foot to the mat. And then bend the right knee, sole of the foot to the mat. Just gently shimmy your body to the middle of the mat and take your left hand to the heart, the right hand to the belly. Walk the feet out as wide as the mat, soles of the feet to the mat, and let your knees drop in into tent, just as a recovery position. Notice the breath beneath your palms. Notice the breath between your shoulder blades. Last breath right here. And then gently open the feet, slide the feet to the two corners of the mat. Release the hands to the two top corners of the mat. Let yourself rest once again. Notice the breath in and notice the breath out. Pick the right leg up and bring it over the left. So the baby toes hook, the outside of the toes and the feet hook. Ankle hooks. You feel the left knee being covered by the right knee. And then the right arm sweeps over the head, palm facing up. And maybe that's enough for you. It doesn't have to be much more than that. Maybe you want to let the left arm reach for the right wrist or the right forearm or the elbow. Depends how bendy and flexy you feel today. Every day is different. Keeping both shoulder blades square, keeping both hips evenly on the mat, and allow yourself to drift, if you wish, a little deeper, bumping the hip out to the right, but always with both glutes and both shoulder blades on the mat. And when you get there, just let everything go. There's no holding, no clenching. You're simply creating that banana shape to the left side. Feel free to keep your eyes open or your eyes closed as you come to Banasana on the left. Slow, gentle breaths. And each exhale, allow yourself letting go the weight of the day. Let each breath guide you deeper and deeper into a state of relaxation. You can allow your mind to just gently drift and let your body soften. The power of Yin. Feel the support of the mat beneath you. Feel the support of the yogis joining us in class tonight. Allow yourself to let go. We'll take 3 more breaths right here. Notice the breadth of your ribs as they expand as you breathe. Notice the space that you're creating between ribs, your intercostal muscles releasing and softening. Take one last long cycle of breath. And as you exhale, let everything go. Bring your gaze back up the sky. Sweep the hands out to the top corners. Bend the right knee, sole of the foot to the mat. Bring the left knee, sole of the foot to the mat. Sweep the hands back again. Left hand on the heart space, right hand on the belly. And just allow your legs now to drop to the right. Bring the knees back through center. Drop them to the left. Inhale through the nose, bring your knees back through center. Drop the knees to the right, maybe look to the left this time, if that feels good to you. Inhale, knees and nose through center. Drop the knees to the left. Feel free to look to the right. Inhale, come back through center. Nice and smooth. Take a moment to pause. We're going to move into our next posture. Pick the right knee up and interlace on top of the shin. Long, smooth breaths. Coming into a figure 4, so a reclined pigeon. Taking the right ankle over the left knee, just above the knee cap. Take your right hand to the mid-thigh and gently slide the hand to the mid-thigh without any pressure and drop the right elbow down onto the mat. Left elbow is on the mat. Maybe you want to take the left hand behind the head. Take the left arm out to the side in a cactus if you like. We'll just be here for a few moments. And if it doesn't feel comfortable for you, feel free to bring a block or a blanket or a pillow underneath your foot as you come into this posture.
So take a moment to pause. And maybe you want to bring the foot onto a block or a pillow. Just take a moment right there. Roll the shoulders back and down. And if you're happy, stay there. If you want a little bit more, you can interlace on the left thigh and let that left leg just drop. If your head is uncomfortable, feel free to bring a pillow or a block underneath your head. You want to make sure that your head is in alignment, that your chin is not jutting up the sky. So if your chin is jutting up the sky, you want to make sure it's in alignment with your ears, tucking it in towards your throat. If you prefer to do it without, same thing, just lengthen. Let the leg drop. Feel the right hip opening towards the bottom right corner of the mat. Reclined pigeon, reclined sleeping swan. Just take a few breaths right where you are. Nice, smooth, gentle breaths. Take a few more breaths right where you are. Long, smooth breath. Nice and smooth. 2 more breaths right where you are. Nice and easy. Allow the gentleness of waves to envelop your breath. We'll take one last breath right where you are. And if your left leg is in the air, gently release the hold on your hamstring and let the foot come down. If your foot is on a block, gently slide the block away, release the right leg. Just give it a little hug and a little squeeze, lengthen. Feel free to draw the knee in towards the heart space and then gently bring it back to the mat. Pick the left leg up, interlace on top of the shin, and just allow the weight of gravity to pull the knee in. Don't force, don't push. And then gently bring the left ankle over the right thigh, just above the knee. Feel free to slide the left hand down the mid-thigh. There's no pressure here. You're just lengthening and opening the hip. Let the right arm drape to the side. Bring it into a cactus if you like, or feel free to bring the hand behind the head if you like. Maybe it's overhead. Soften your face, the features of your face. And maybe you want to come into the deeper posture, so feel free to bend that right knee, interlace behind the hamstring, and draw the leg in. Notice if your chin is jutting up the sky, pick your head back and allow the head to rest. Gently observe your breath. And we'll take one last breath, yogis. If you're holding the interlace behind your hamstring, gently release and let the right foot come down. Take a moment to pause. We come out slowly. Release the left leg. We're just going to roll towards the right side into fetal pose. Take your right arm under your head and just bend and let it rest your head on the bicep. Draw the knees in to 90 degrees. Allow the left hand to rest in front of the navel and just take a few moments before we come up. Long, deep breaths. Find space between the teeth, upper and lower. Soften your jaw. Gently press through the left hand. Bring yourself up to seated. And come into a seated pose, whatever feels comfortable to you. So whether you want to sit on a block, or you want to sit on a bolster or a cushion, or you want to sit on the mat. Bring your right leg in front of your left. Move the flesh away from your sits bones. And take the hands to the knees. Roll the shoulders back and down. Take your time to get there. So in Yin, we are feeling the connective tissue. So that includes our skin, ligaments, the tendons that support our joints. And Yin is to find an ease, a relaxation. So we try and push our boundaries a little bit. For this posture, I'd like you to take your thumbs and bring them to the base of your skull. So I'm going to turn and take your thumbs to the base of your skull, where your skull meets your neck. So you can feel your hands cup your head and your thumbs are right there. You're going to tuck your head just a little bit forward, not too much, just enough that you can feel an ease through the head. And you're going to take firm little circles as you massage the base of your skull, but it's really the muscles that attach it to the neck. So allow your thumbs to create gentle circles at the base of your skull. Nice and easy. Find it very soothing. And you feel the muscles in your neck. And you can feel the bone above. Keep tracing those circles. and dropping it down, following the line of your skull. Keep softening and allow your eyes to close. And as you create these circles, they come all the way down, following your skull to the base, right below your ears. Allow the fingers to spread. And then take the thumbs just to massage right below your ears, and you can feel your jaw. Continue to create those circles. And as you come up, you notice there the hinge right there in your jaw. We hold so much tension in our face. Let the mouth drop open. And allow the thumbs to just massage the joint right there. That maxillofacial joint. And then continue the circles up towards your temples, creating circles, and you massage as comfortably as you feel. Long, smooth breaths. And then gently take the circles back down till you come to the joint in your jaw again. As you pause right there, thumbs into that joint, you can feel the space. Take the fingers and bend the fingers. Draw the knuckles towards the features on your face, right to the cheekbones. And I want you to just let your head drop a little bit over the knuckles. So if you see right here, your head is dropped just a little bit. And then I want you to rock the knuckles back and forth across your cheeks. Let your head feel heavy. Let your eyes feel ease, like behind your eyes. Soften the mouth, the lips, and the jaw. So in Yin, we're trying to get into the areas of tension. And then gently come back nice and easy. And take your hands and create little shelf with them right here. So you're creating a little shelf to bring your eyes right in. So we're bringing the forehead and the eyes and the heels of the hands to support the head. And let your head rest in your hands. As you do so, feel the breath between the shoulder blades. And your hands are supporting you in the warmth of your hands. And you feel the gentle pressure against your eyes. Take one more breath right where you are. And then gently release. Take a moment to pause. One last one. Take your thumbs. Take them to the space between your eyebrows, your third eye. And with firm, straight across the eyebrows, gentle pull to the skin, eyes closed, straight across. Give that a nice massage. One. All the way to the temples. We'll do it again. Thumbs to the third eye. And gently pull the skin right across the eyebrows. Soften your face. One more time. To the middle of your eyebrows and gently pull across. So allow yourself just to feel at ease. Feel the temples. And then bring your palms on your hands down in soothing or up in surrender. Allow your eyes to be closed. And just take a moment to observe your breath. And notice the gentle peace that you feel, or the ease that you feel. So when work gets a little stressful, school gets a little stressful, or life gets a little stressful, take a few moments, massage the back of your neck, the back of your head, and soften through the face, and find ease in your heart. So from here, we're going to come up into table pose. So interspersing a little yang with our yin. Take your time to get there. Wrists under shoulders. and knees under your hips. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Belly is soft, let the belly drop. Spread your sits bones. And I'd like you to tuck the toes under for a little love of the back line of the feet. So plantar fascia, nice stretch. Draw the heart through the bridge of the shoulders. Inhale. Ripple back. Navel to spine. Exhale. Soft inhale, draw the heart through. Belly soft. Exhale. One more inhale, draw the heart through. And exhale. Come back to center and just find a nice neutral spine. We're going to come into wide knees, child's pose. So taking the knees as wide as you like. You can take them as wide as the mat, big toes touching. You're going to bring your glutes towards your heels. Melt your heart down to the mat. Walk your hands forward. Couple of options here. And if coming onto your knees like that is not feasible for you, I'll give you an option in just a moment. Walk your heart down. Maybe you stack your hands. Maybe you use fists. Maybe you reach for a block. And we want to support the forehead and the space between the eyebrows. So if this is for you, allow yourself to melt down. Feel free to flip the palms up to sky and surrender. And allow yourself just to come down to the mat. Let everything go. And if coming on to your knees is too much for you, always know you can do reclined wide knees child's pose. You can bring a blanket under your glutes, take the hands to the knees, and roll the shoulders back and down. So choose your option. Allow yourself to come into the pose. We're here for only 1 minute. We're going to deepen it and change it up. 3 minutes total, but just 1 minute in child's pose. So allow yourself to melt down, forehead down to the mat, and breathe. And at the end of the next exhale, we're just going to walk our left hand down and thread it underneath the right. And maybe you bring your left ear to the mat. Maybe you want to bring a blanket or a block under the ear so that you can support yourself. We're just here for a moment, 1 whole minute. Let your glutes sink back and just let yourself surrender to the mat. We'll take 2 more breaths right where you are. And then ever so slowly, we're going to bring it back to that child's pose, nice and easy, as you come back to the middle. Melt the heart down. And maybe if you were using a block before, maybe your body has sunk down and deepened a little bit. And then slide the right hand down towards the shoulder of the palm and thread it underneath the left, bringing your left wrist, elbow, shoulder, and your, right ear and shoulder down to the mat. Left arm nice and easy. We're just soft in this pose. We're not stretching or twisting, just a gentle release. Long, smooth breaths. Take 2 more breaths right here. And as you inhale, feel a little bit more expansion through the body. And each time you exhale, let go a little bit more. Can you melt and let go a little bit more? And then slowly, we come out of the posture, bringing that right arm back, nice and easy. Just take a moment to stretch back to that child's pose. Let your head drop. And then ever so slowly, once again, walking yourself up, nice and easy. Just taking a moment. And just bringing the knees under the hips. Just getting a little circles here with your hips, a little articulation, just a little bit, side circles. And then reverse the circles, whichever way you went. And if you feel like doing an infinity sign, creating a figure 8, feel free, just nice and easy, loosening up the hips. And one more, and then just gently reverse. A little bit of brain there, left and right, right and left. We're going to bring ourselves down onto our belly into Sphinx, bringing the forearms down. Take your time, walk the legs down. Now, if you want to come into it a different way, please do. So coming down onto the belly, we're going to walk our elbows underneath our shoulders. Now, everybody is a little bit different. So we start off here, and if it feels too much discomfort in your low back, walk the hands forward a little bit. Maybe you want to walk them back. Ideally, we're looking for our arms to be shoulder distance. What does that mean? When you cross your arms, that you can reach your biceps. Your forearms are down on the mat. And just pick your glutes up for a moment and give them a little shake, a little move. So you can find a nice, comfortable low back. You're gazing down your nose, so imaginary arc between your thumbs. So you're not dropping the head significantly. You're just looking down your nose. Roll the shoulders back and down. So as you roll the shoulders back and down, you're broadening through the collarbones. And you're sliding your scapula down your back. Legs are nice and long, 10 toenails are on the mat. Shoelace side is on the mat. And you're allowing your gaze to be down your nose. Imagine that there's an ice cube under your navel so that you pull your navel towards the spine, so that you're keeping it sturdy. Embracing the core. Long, smooth breaths.
And if you're happy right here in space, please stay here. If you're looking for something more, only if you are, slide the right hand and the left arm longer. Turn the hands out. And you feel a lengthening through the arms, soft bend in the elbow as you come into seal. So seal is a little bit deeper, a little bit more into the low back. So decide and feel you honor your own body. So if it feels too much, please come back. You're just the same thing, just a different bit of the posture. So just allow yourself, leave the ego at the door and choose the one that feels good to you. So if you're in seal and you're looking down your nose to the imaginary arc, same idea. Allow your eyes to gently close. Breathe into the back line of the body. If you're in seal, we'll take one last breath. And we'll join everyone back into Sphinx. A little less compression in the low back, nice and easy, and just breathe. Gently bring the left arm across, the right arm across. Stacking the arms in alligator. Let your forehead rest on the hands. Feel free to bend the knees and allow yourself to windshield wiper the legs side to side. Let the head rest. And then gently extend the legs back where they were. Slide the right hand long, palm down. Take the left hand to the left hip on the mat. Roll on to the right side as you draw the knees into fetal pose. You draw the knees into fetal pose, nice and easy. And just allow the right arm to support the head and the left hand beside you. Take a few moments and just breathe. One last breath. And then gently bring your shoulder blades down onto the mat. Knees are stacked. Take the right hand to the mid-thigh, left hand to the left hip. Elbows down on the mat. As you press into the back of the head, press into the elbows, shimmy your shoulders square to the ceiling. Lengthen the back of the neck. And gently just traction with your right hand, the muscle, the quad from the left hip down towards the knee, finding a little extra space. Release the left arm out to the side. Soften through the shoulder. And then slide the right hand down to mid-thigh. As you gently traction the muscle, give a little firm pull as you pull the muscle towards the knee, creating a little more space. Then slide it down to above the knee. Give it one more gentle, firm pull, creating space in the hip and the waist. And then release the right arm out to the side. Let the left foot nestle in the arch of the right foot. Maybe you want to slide a blanket or a block between the thighs and the knees to redistribute your body weight. Let your head drop to whatever side feels good to you as you come into a spinal twist. So honor the stillness of the pose. So your time to cultivate that little bit of movement and bring it into stillness. Remember, as you linger in your posture, focus on the areas that feel a little tight, maybe a little restless. And as you breathe, you're finding that space, inviting stillness in. Take 2 more breaths right here. And just gently let the head drop if it feels good. Let everything go. Gently bring your head back through the midline. If you have a block or a blanket between your thighs or your knees, gently release. Bring yourself back onto the mat. And draw the knees into the air. Give yourself a little hug and a little squeeze. And just rock a little side to side. Feel free to create a little circle with your knees, hands on the knees. And then reverse the circles. Come to stillness. Bring the hands to the edges of the mat and just scooch your glutes over to the right as you drop your knees to the left. Right hand to the left, the right hip, and the left hand to the right mid-thigh. Feel elbows on the mat, back of the head on the mat. Press through those as you lift the shoulders up, shimmy them square to the sky. And then gently open up the right arm into a gentle T. Left hand comes to just below the hip bone. And traction the muscle, gently pull the quad from the hip towards the knee, creating a little space and a little capacity. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, slide the hand down to the mid-thigh. Give a little traction. Notice the extra space that you're creating in the hip and the back. Exhale, let it go. Hand comes to above the thigh. Allow yourself to just gently traction the quad once again, finding more space. Exhale, let it go. Feel free to open up the left arm out to the side. Slip a block or a blanket between the thighs. Let your head drop to whatever side feels good to you as you come into that gentle twist towards the left. Nice and slow breaths. Remember, this is your time to just move slowly. Allow your lungs to fill up with the calm of the evening. Take a few more breaths.
Allow yourself to completely let go. And then gently bring your gaze, bring your awareness upward, eyes open or closed. Take a moment to pause right where you are. And then sweep the left arm under the head, coming into fetal pose, right hand towards the mat, right near your belly, and just allow yourself to rest. We're going to come in our final posture. And I'd like to invite you, if you have yourself near a wall, to come into a supported posture or using the wall, coming into waterfall. And if you want, I'll give you a few options. We're going to bring our legs in nice and easy and extend our legs up to sky into waterfall. Roll the shoulders back and down. And if that feels comfortable to you and you want to stay there, please do. If you're someone who would like to raise your hips a little bit, you can use a blanket underneath or a pillow. If you want to use a yoga block, feel free. So you can bend the knees, soles of the feet, slip it under your sacrum with the blanket or the block and bring your legs up into the air. If that feels good to you. If you happen to be near a wall, so a few options, I want you to choose what your body is asking for. Most important, what are you looking for? So you can come into the wall, and I'll show you from here, as close as you can to the baseboard. And you're going to bring your glutes right into the wall. So as you slide back, your legs come up into the wall. So instead of being a waterfall, you're supported by the wall. And the legs can be up. You can take your legs into a straddle, arms out and away from your side. And allow the wall to support you. Allow your eyes to close. So if you're not using the wall, it's called waterfall. And we'll come into that posture if a wall is not handy for you. You can be supported or on the mat like me. Legs can be astride or in the air. Roll the shoulders back and down. Let your arms surrender to the mat. And start to extend your exhales. Take 2 more breaths. And gently bend one knee at a time. Sole of the foot to the mat. And if you're on against the wall, turn towards one side as you bring yourself down really slowly. Roll over towards the left side. And take a moment to pause once again in fetal pose. Long, smooth inhales, long, smooth exhales. And maybe with your eyes closed, bring yourself up to seated. It doesn't matter what it looks like, it's more important what it feels like. Gather your legs in. Maybe your legs are extended. Move the flesh away from the sits bones and just gently bring the hands to the knees. Allow the hands to rest in soothing or up in surrender. Soften the features of your face and gently open your eyes. With an inhale, sweep up, gather up, maybe look up. Capture all that wonderful energy you've created and bring it back towards your heart. Gather it and bring it in. From my heart to yours, have a wonderful evening. Thank you for coming. Thank you for playing. Thank you for taking care of yourself and giving your family, your community, all the love just by showing up, by giving yourself that consistency of practice and that consistency of ease, giving yourself a break, something that's much deserved. Thank you for making my evening, and I'll see you next time on the mat. Have a lovely night. Drink lots of water, and I'll see you soon.
Thank you, Shelley.
Thank you so much for